How's everybody doing tonight? It's Jflood201 on Instagram and YouTube. Respect the grind. What's up, everybody? I just wanted to tap in. I'm gonna watch another YouTuber. His name is 1090 Jake. He runs a channel called End of Sentence. And what he does is he goes over like criminal cases. Usually it's like the most fucked up shit. But he also goes over all the rapper stuff. Like when rappers die, when rappers get shot at, or they get a big indictment. He's somebody who's been to jail and stuff like that. He has a huge following on YouTube. If you find our like small channel pretty interesting, as far as New Jersey drill goes and as far as interviewing local artists, definitely check out his stuff. It's way more gruesome, but that's why we're on it today. So he usually has like the most fucked up shit in terms of like the crimes that are being committed and all that stuff, but he does do a lot of like reviewing paperwork and going over the cases and like finding out the legit details of stuff, which is something I think we all can like admire and strive to do here on YouTube. You know, only talk about the stuff we know, or that, you know, like speak from a place of knowledge, right? Like don't spread ignorance. I kind of like his approach to the videos and stuff, but really we're just gonna watch it to check it out because he's going over the breaking news that we've all seen, right? Young Thug and YSL have a RICO indictment against them. This just happened, I believe either this morning or yesterday. It was announced, maybe 2 days ago now. But so we're gonna watch this with him and we're gonna react to it. I think he's like from Boston originally, or he like lives there now. But I know he got arrested in Florida and like reps like East Coast blood set type thing. Yeah, I think they're Billy. They're not Brim. I don't know what the fuck. They're Gangsta Gorillas or something. Gorilla Blood Kill. I don't know. But interestingly enough, yeah, he is a blood gang member. We do cover a lot of blood stuff, or gang stuff here on the channel. So we're gonna be taking it from him. He'll cue us into stuff. You'll definitely get to hear his opinions on shit, but we're gonna react to that. So anything that he does, we'll react to. But really, like, we want to get the information from this video, so we're just an audience along with you, and we're gonna hang out and react to this. So yeah, guys, respect the grind. Jflood201 on Instagram, and let's get into it and watch this shit.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back.
Yeah, he
to
does this little intro.
I'm a fan. Jake, and I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on Young Thug, Gunna, and the YSL RICO takedown.
Alright, let's get into it. Oh shit, the mic is in the wrong spot. Wow, guys, I'm sorry for that. Damn, that's crazy.
And you commit crimes, you are going to become a target, and we are going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law.
May 9th,
all right,
2022,
he's a target. He's getting prosecuted.
A 56-count indictment was filed in Fulton County Superior Court.
56 fucking counts.
Targeting 28 members of one of Atlanta's richest and most violent street gangs, with charges ranging from robbery, racketeering, and murder.
Oh.
Law enforcement would execute a full-on takedown, locating and arresting none other than 30-year-old Jeffrey Williams, who's more commonly known as Young Thug, one of Atlanta's rap superstars with an estimated...
Superstars! God damn, that Boston accent's heavy. I don't know if it's just like the New Yorker in me or the like East Coast native, but like, yeah.
Net worth of over $8 million.
Wait, let's take that back. So he has a net worth of over $8 million? Okay, that's not bad.
Stars with an estimated net worth of over $8 million. According to the indictment, Young Thug has been named as one of the 3 founders of the YSL criminal street gang, and a 9-year investigation would detail the bloodshed behind the music. Young Thug, the second youngest of 10 siblings, grew up in the now demolished Jonesboro South housing projects. This was Zone 3, Atlanta's South Side. And
See, like that's why I like the 1090 Jake videos and shit, is because he's getting into all of this shit about the kid's childhood, or not the kid's childhood, but like, you know, where Jeffrey is from originally, right? No, but where Young Thug grew up. And so like why you can understand like you know why it's a criminal organization, or how it started as a criminal organization, or whatever, right? Because they have to tie this in somehow to, if it's a RICO case, they have to essentially say that his entire record label was operating as like a criminal enterprise. At the same time, they don't have to work too hard to prove that. If there were crimes going on and the proceeds were basically being like funneled, or like, you know, like they were washing money with the label, then like, yeah, it's definitely like a criminal enterprise, because it was washing money, or, you know, laundering money or street money. Anyway, I mean, I know people do it a lot, right? You always hear this idea of like, yeah, you start the record label with your drug money, right? And then like you get out of the game. But I guess they stayed in it. I don't know. We're gonna keep going.
Jonesboro South was notoriously known as one of the most violent and harshest living environments Atlanta had to offer.
Fuck his R's.
Expelled from middle school for assaulting a teacher, Thugger would spend 4 years within a juvenile prison before starting his career as a rapper in 2010.
I knew that he didn't
YSL,
start until pretty late,
or
like 2010
is a gang that formed in late 2012 within Atlanta's South Side, specifically around Cleveland Ave. Young Thug, YSL DK, and YSL Slug were identified as the founders, and members within the group have claimed affiliation to the Bloods, specifically the subset Sex Money Murder. It seems much of YSL's identifiers derive from the blood affiliation, as they display red and green bandanas representing blood and slime. YSL also originated the wipe your nose hand sign, which originally may have stood for slime, but has since taken on a meaning of violence and used as a threat similar to sliding a finger across your throat. According to the indictment, YSL is a criminal enterprise in which members conspired to obtain money illegally, and when
they conspired. So what they're saying in this indictment, I guess, is that essentially that while they would talk business, right, about, or like talk music, or industry stuff, they would also have like, you know, intelligence passed around, or they would communicate and give each other like intelligence on the drug trade, you know, give each other prices. They would, you know, further their trafficking through the business of the record label, which is really pretty wild, because it kind of makes sense. Like if you're meeting all of these like young, like talented up and coming artists, and you're either putting them on your record label, or you're deciding, oh, this guy's not as talented as we thought, or whatever, right? Like he doesn't have the catalog or whatever. Like you're still gonna be pretty impressionable on these people, and you could easily be like, hey, you know, if you need to make a little extra money or whatever, I got this going on, right? So that's pretty interesting.
When you mix a criminal enterprise with a conspiracy, you birth a RICO indictment. It's believed members of YSL preserved, protected, and enhanced their reputation through acts of racketeering such as threats, assaults, and murder. Songs, music videos, and photos demonstrated allegiance to the gang and a willingness to commit violence on the gang's behalf. Young Thug, who could be seen on video being arrested outside of his home in Buckhead, faces 1 count of violating Georgia's State RICO Act and participating in criminal street gang activity. According to the indictment back in 2013, Thugger obtained a stolen firearm, and in 2014, he released a song titled Ew, in which he makes multiple references to YSL, stating, YSL won't fold, YSL wipe a nose. And another line he says, I'm a fucker for the cash, then she getting robbed by Tick. Tick is another nickname for YSL Slug, identified as Trontavious Stevens, one of the founding members. A 2014 photo of Thugger throwing up a YSL gang sign.
Hey, do you want to join this?
No, yo, they have ads. They put the fucking ad on here, guys. All right, we're gonna turn off the sound for this. And this is some bullshit, guys.
Google
Don't
and
worry.
other tech companies
I'm gonna
are
skip it
hiring
and pause.
And also,
Alright, don't worry. Alright, we're back. We're back, guys.
Stevens, one of the
We're back.
founding members. A 2014 photo of Thugger throwing up a YSL gang sign also made its way into the indictment, and yes, lyrics, gang signs, and mentions of YSL are all being used against him as acts in furtherance of the conspiracy.
So how is just mentioning your gang on record furthering it? I'm not sure about that.
On
That's a
January
stretch in my
7th,
opinion.
2015,
'Cause-
Thugger rented an Infiniti Q50 from a Hertz rental company. 3 days later, a triple shooting shook Southwest Atlanta. 2 men and a teenager were standing outside of a barber shop on a Saturday night when gunfire erupted as a vehicle drove past, firing multiple rounds into the upper body of a 26-year-old
Don't forget to hydrate
man.
and drink water. Shout
Another
out to
20-year-old and a
what's that guy, Sean
14-year-old boy
CC.
was shot in the legs.
I love that channel.
As shell casings were left scattered throughout the street. The 26-year-old was transported to a nearby hospital in critical condition, rushed into emergency surgery.
Damn, so apparently the vehicle that he rented at Hertz is somehow linked to a shooting in downtown Chicago where a 16-year-old got hit in the crossfire, or essentially someone who they weren't aiming at got hit, which happens a lot in drive-bys because essentially I think because you're like doing it so quickly, you know, and you're aiming at groups,
Died on the operating
kind of dumb.
table.
In
He
my
was
opinion,
identified as Donovan
you should just,
Thomas.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but like walk-ups are way crazier, and also like you know who you hit, and like the intimidation factor for witnesses and all this other stuff, like walk-ups, stay masked, just stay vigilant, like just be 10 toes. If you're going to commit crime, be smart about it. Don't do shit and fuck up, hit the wrong target, or like create chaos in these streets. That's one thing that like really like sways public opinion against these gangs and against the culture in general. Like you look at the drill movement, it's another example of like, yo, you guys are really exposing just how awful this shit gets because you guys are all so young. Why are you hitting people with switches at 14 and 15? It's crazy. Anyway.
Thomas, who was known throughout Atlanta as Big Nut. Was
Big
a close
Nut.
associate of another Atlanta rapper who goes by the name YFN Lucci. And Lucci would drop an EP named Long Live Nut in his memory. According to the district attorney, his murder created a wave of violence Atlanta had never seen, and his death is one of the main events leading to this indictment. The vehicle rented by Young Thug is believed to have been the vehicle used in the shooting, and the beef between Young Thug and Lucci would become more publicized in the years that followed. 2 weeks after the murder, Young Thug communicated with the alleged leader of Sex Money Murder in Georgia, and the conversation stated, "Sacrifices must be made. Soldiers must fall in order for battle to be won." The next day, Young Thug would post a video to social media saying, "So lie to they mama, lie to they kids, lie to they brothers and sisters, then get right into the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth. Don't get it. Y'all need to get fucking killed, bro, from me and YSL." 6 months later, Thugger would commit terroristic threats after threatening to shoot a mall security guard in the
See, I don't understand. I'm not street enough to understand. Like, is that really a direct threat? It sounds so cryptic and stuff.
face after he was told he was
How does
no
this
longer
stuff stick in
welcome on
court?
property. Lyrics from a 2016 song would
I'm not
state,
that convinced.
"Hey, this that slime shit. Hey, YSL shit."
I mean,
Hey,
I know that he has beef with Lucci, but is he really responsible for this guy getting shot? If they can prove that his vehicle's his rental is the actual vehicle, like 100% that's linked to this shooting, well then yeah, that's awful, and like he's gonna be held accountable to some degree because you've provided the vehicle. Was it robbed? Did you get robbed? Sorry guys. Did you get robbed? Like how did they get your vehicle?
12 shit. Hey, fuck the jail shit.
I'm not as
He
interested in these
continues
tweets
saying,
and
"Fuck
stuff.
the police. He's prepared to take them down. Fuck the judge. YSL, this that mob life." 2017, Thugger was hit with multiple drug charges and another stolen weapon, along with fellow Atlanta rapper Gunna. And in 2018, Young Thug released the song Anybody featuring Nicki Minaj, stating, "I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that body." While I assume investigators are using this
Oh,
line
that's
as a
dumb.
reference to
Oh,
the
he put that
murder of
on
Nut,
record?
Nicki Minaj takes credit for
That's pretty
writing the
stupid.
lyrics to the entire song, which can be used in Thugger's defense. The following month, Young Thug, Gunna, and a vehicle driving behind them were pulled over. The vehicle following Thugger had 4 men armed with numerous weapons with high-capacity magazines, including an AK-47. These 2 incidents, along with lyrics and a photograph of Gunna with the YSL pendant, are being used to charge Gunna with violating Georgia's RICO Act. Multiple song
So
lyrics where
he's
Thugger references murders will be
furthering
highlighted in
this-
the indictment. And in September
I don't
of
think the Gunna
2021,
stuff is gonna
a
stick.
recorded jail video call between an inmate and the Fulton County jail.
I think they're pressing Gunna as the artist and betting that he's not all that way, you know, like diehard YSL. He's not gonna like go do this time with Young Thug, I think is what the feds are thinking. If I can just be a cop for a second, think like a police officer. Yeah, like, right? Like, they would leverage the brand new artist whose whole career has just blossomed and is now, like, yo, do you really want to take the rap for your drug, you know, selling friends? I don't know.
Thugger, and another
Could be.
YSL member would show the inmate saying he needs something. Thugger pointed to the other YSL member for him to take care of it before flashing a YSL gang sign to the inmate. This act, amongst others, are being used as proof of Young Thug's
That's
leadership
wild that,
role
like,
in the gang.
gang
February
signs,
9th,
music videos,
2022,
and tweets
YFN Lucci
are
was
like
inside-
are like being used as evidence in a RICO case. It's just wild to me how much the because it's on a record and it's being like put on a public platform, they can legitimize this social media stuff as actual what are they saying? Furthering of the gang.
Side of the Fulton
Wow.
County jail when he was attacked and a knife fight ensued. Guards attempted to separate the 2 men using tasers with
So
little or no
wild.
effect, and Lucci was taken to medical with a laceration to his head. The attacker was charged with aggravated assault and battery, and Lucci wasn't charged. That same month, the same inmate Young Thug was on the video call with would be caught with a knife and a cell phone inside of the jail. 4 days later, 2 other YSL members inside of the same jail discussed how to get permission from Young Thug as they conspired to murder YFN Lucci in
Damn.
the second attempt. The following
So they're
month,
trying to get at him
TMZ
again.
reported legal documents showing Lucci claimed he'd been stabbed from behind while on video call, and he's been told there's a bounty on his head by other inmates. He apparently said he fears his life is in jeopardy if he remains in custody. And
Oh, wow,
attempted
he
to
went
use the
protective
stabbing as a
custody.
way to sway the courts into giving him a bond. While other members of YSL are facing more serious charges, such as the 5 men charged with murdering Big Nut, or the 1 man that shot an Atlanta cop 6 times, violating Georgia's RICO Act carries up to 20 years in a Georgia state prison, meaning Gunna is facing
So they have state RICO charges. I was wrong about that. I guess these are not federal RICO charges.
up to 20, and Young Thug is facing up to 40, since he's been charged with RICO, on top of participating in criminal gang activity, which by itself carries 20 years. At this time, Gunna is not in police custody. And what's even more
I think he
interesting is
did.
the fact that now
So this is he must have made this a little bit ago because today Gunna is definitely in police custody. Gunna, like, there's video of him getting like into the jail and stuff. Like, I think he just got there and they probably just processed him, but Gunna is in custody now.
both Young Thug and YFN Lucci are currently in the same jail. Now I gotta be honest with y'all. This RICO case looks like bullshit.
That's what I was thinking too. So it's crazy that he's gonna have the same reaction. And he's wearing his hat backwards. I'm wearing my hat backwards. All right, this is weird. Let me put mine forward, and we're gonna react to him because this is too funny. But like, yeah, like just excuse the face and all that. But you know, let's just hear what he has to say.
For a lot of different reasons. And you know, when people hear RICO, they automatically assume the feds, they're fucked.
Yeah, and I did too. It's literally exactly what I just said. Is I was assuming that it was the feds, but in fact, it is the state. The state is doing the charges against them. So these are state RICO charges, not federal. The state's conviction rate is not nearly as high as the federal conviction rate, which is like resting at 90%. So like, yeah.
This is not a federal RICO case. This is a state RICO case. The difference between the two, it's easier for a state to charge you with RICO, but that doesn't mean that you're not gonna beat it. Versus if it's the other way around and the feds get you on a RICO.
Yeah. I don't know if we even need to watch the rest of the video to react to him. They gave us all the information that we need on Young Thug. So a shout out to 1090 Jake, but you know, I don't want to promo you too much, bro. At the same time, it's like, yo, I have to, because we just reacted to your whole video. So why don't we follow it through and we'll give you a little bit more, but I don't know if we're going to watch the full 4 minutes.
You're pretty much not going to beat it, if that makes sense. So Georgia,
let me give you a like,
Florida,
I'm
there's
subscribed,
a couple
bro.
of other states, they have their own RICO act that you can violate. Glock 9, Hot Boy, they've been charged with the Florida RICO. Lucci, he's also been charged with the Georgia RICO. But what's so bullshit about this case is a lot of the things that they're saying he violated the RICO Act with is shit that already happened.
Yeah, and it's like tweets. A lot of it is like hinging on this social media as being furtherance of the gang.
Shit that people were already convicted for. You know, other members of YSL, they might have did a robbery 6 years ago. They're bringing that back up. They're saying, look, he did a robbery and went to prison for it, but we're saying he violated RICO by doing that robbery in furtherance of the fucking gang. It's crazy, because you already did your time for that crime. But years later, they're saying, no, he did it, he served his time, but he did it on behalf of the gang, which is an entirely new charge. They're using a shitload of Young Thug's lyrics against him. Anything where he's mentioned YSL, they're like, look, that's him saying he's YSL again. Every time he mentions YSL in a song, it's in furtherance of the gang. It's in furtherance of the conspiracy. Every time he took a picture with a YSL shirt, pendant, threw the shit up with
See, that's
his
what I
hands,
mean, is how can they do that? It's super wild, man. It's super fucking wild. It really is, bro. I totally agree with 1090 Jake here. Like, I have to admit, I really do. Like, go check out his page and stuff. Yeah. Go check out, we'll leave a comment. Just reacted to your video on my channel, bro. Love your content. Keep it up. 201. Alright. But yeah, so like, wild that they can use like these tweets and stuff as essentially like evidence of furthering the commission of like a criminal organization, which is like a mafia, right, or whatever, because like these charges were designed to take down the mafia. So it's wild that they're using them on a state level against these what are quote-unquote street gangs. But this is like a huge major one that has like a record label behind it and stuff. And I don't know if there's enough there that's really going to stick, especially if they're bringing up old charges where people have already done time. Like, as a defense lawyer, you've got to like be looking at this like, yo, I can't wait to Swiss cheese this shit. Right? I don't know. That's what I think. I think that they need good lawyers, and that Gunn is definitely going to get out of this, hopefully. I can't see them, unless they can prove that this murder is kind of like the smoking gun in all this. That by linking the car to this 2015 shooting, and that's like a new charge, then maybe. We'll see. All right, yo, what's up, guys? That's it for me. Go check out 1090 Jake. His stuff is awesome. You know, if you haven't been to my channel, what are you doing, right? Respect the Grind, 201, you know, LID, everything, baby. Life is different, you know. We're going to be talking to Coban soon, Mr. Broadway again. after I reacted to his video. He was here the other day. We were hanging out. But yeah, guys, there's going to be more musical content being released on my platform and on my channel. Definitely add me on Insta. Come watch me game on Twitch. I don't know if I'm going to be putting up some game content here, but I might. I might be streaming to YouTube. I definitely stream on Twitch, so please add me on Twitch. It's Jflood201 on Twitch. Yeah, guys. DM me on Insta, get at me, and I'll review any video. We could watch something together. We could do a live like this and hang out. I'd love to see people in the comments. I'm going to add a chat bar to the video. It's going to go above me. We're going to get like a little bit more stuff going here on the channel. Definitely as far as aesthetics. We're going to improve the aesthetics a little bit. But this is awesome. 1090 Jake did a great job of explaining what's going on with Young Thug. And I think what we can take away from it is that this is definitely like a power move or a show of force done by the state. The charges on Young Thug might stick, and I think that's really what they're aiming for as like the big prize in all this RICO indictment, is tying Young Thug to this criminal organization, saying that this criminal organization exists and gets money and does all these things for him and that he's the leader, and then tying him to that murder. That's kind of what their whole case seems to hinge on. Maybe even it might be hinging on someone who's giving evidence. There might be cooperating witnesses, but I think that tying everyone in, there's going to be some loose ends there, and there's going to be some people that don't get caught up in this because maybe the connections are too loose. They weren't involved in any of the crimes, anything like that. But they're definitely going to try to flip people and get people to provide information. So they're going to press all these guys. And from what I've heard, they're all locked up now. They got everybody. Gunna's in custody now. So, you gotta be looking at this as a defense lawyer, though, as like, I can't wait to do this, right? Because all this, or so much of this case, depends on the social media as being in furtherance of the gang, improving these RICO charges. And I'm sure that the lyrics are gonna be damning and stuff, but like tweets and like cryptic threats, is that really gonna be damning evidence? I don't think so, but we'll see. Alright guys, so thanks for watching 1090 Jake with me. We're going to be reacting to more stuff, and there's going to be more musicians on the channel. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.